My name is Abi and I am a Year 2 Mechanical Engineering student at NTU. So my journey with STEM and engineering started at NTU as a mechanical engineering student, and ever since young I've always liked building things and trying to solve real world problems, and that kind of piqued my interest to join mechanical engineering. My first introduction to 3D printing was at NTU for a competition. It was a national-wide competition which was related to 3D printing. Before that I did not know anything about 3D printing, and previously I had learned a little bit about SolidWorks, which is actually an engineering program. So I used that to design a model and I got it 3D printed to participate in the competition. And that's where I learned about, supports, how to choose the correct material for 3D printing, and how to make sure all the constraints are perfect. Okay, I think one of the most popular topic right now is AI, and it falls under STEM. So obviously, there's a lot of talk about going about AI replacing jobs, and I think it's very important for students to understand about things that are, kind of taking over the world right now, such as artificial intelligence as well as engineering. I think a lot of parents or a lot of students or just people who may not know a lot about 3D printing just assume that it's just for building prototypes and to make little toys. But actually it goes further than that. For example, in Singapore, we just built our first 3D printed bridge, which will be at Jurong River. I think will be launched in 2026. So this kind of shows the wide range of capabilities of what 3D printing can do. And not only that, I think doctors, they can also 3D print organs that they can test out before they actually do surgeries. So given all of this, especially with AI taking over and coming in at a very increasing speed, I think it's very important for students to be equipped with the right skill to be able to understand and navigate this new world. Okay, so during our recent 3D printing camp, I actually told students about the 3D printed bridge that's going to be at Jurong River, and they were very shocked and surprised that 3D printing has such a wide range of capabilities, because the idea was 3D printing was just used to make prototypes and toys. So that is one of the things that a lot of students are surprised by. So even in terms of in the medical field, a lot of students are actually quite surprised of what kind of role 3D printing can actually play in the medical field. For example, doctors can even use different types of materials like microgel for 3D printing. And this actually allows them to explore how the organ looks like before they actually go in for the real surgery. So this is something that the students often get very surprised to hear. Oh, this is a fun question. So usually we have a set of curriculum, but we also allow the children to explore more. So I think recently one of the students, they wanted to build a clicker, like a fidget toy, which is very hot among students today. So usually in terms of the modules, we start off with like the basics, like introduction to 3D printing and how to use the functions, and then they'll get to build some fun projects like the isometric bedroom, campfire scene, and then we also teach them some real-world applications, like for example building a phone stand. So this is like they kind of like understand how they can actually integrate 3D printing into their life. And it's not just about prototypes. I would tell them not to worry, because our classes are very beginner friendly. So all they need to come in is just bring in their imagination, and we'll teach them step by step on how to model 3D prints online, and then how to print it, and also how to make sure that you're using the correct constraint. So what they need to do is just bring their curiosity, excitement, and imagination, and that's all.